This module will focus on Intruder. I think it will be more interesting than previous ones. Intruder makes it possible to perform a number of automatically modified requests. For example, any enumeration, or you can perform a brute force attack by configuring the intruder with login request and list with usernames and passwords. And let me show you this on the example of broken authentication module of WebGoat and password reset. The goal is to retrieve the password for Tom, admin, and Larry by using password recovery functionality, where you need to find a favorite color of the user to recover the password. So let's provide here some test values just to catch the request and send the request to Intruder. Here we've got 4 tabs: target with host and port, positions, where Burp automatically highlight the possible positions for test, for attack, but we will not need all of those, only the username, and security question. And we have 4 attack types: sniper, where one payload set is applied in each position one after another; battering ram, when one payload set is applied, but it is set on every position at one time; pitchfork, where you can apply few payload lists, each for every parameter, and like in case of battering ram, those will be applied simultaneously; and cluster bomb, when again you've got few payload lists, each for each parameter, but this time all permutations are tested. And we will use cluster bump because it will be most reasonable in our case. And let's go to payloads. Because we have choose cluster bump, we've got 2 payload sets. First, for first position, so it will be username Tom, admin, or Larry, and second payload set will be for second position, and this will be the list of colors. I have downloaded such list from Wikipedia and saved to a file, and it looks like this. As you can see, the payload count will be 24, request count 72, and basically that is all we need for this attack. But by the way, let me quickly show you some other possibilities here. You've got different payload types, so you can check each of those, how it looks like. For example, numbers for enumeration, you can set from 1 to 1000 with step of 1, and many others. Here it's also very nice, already prepared payload lists like usernames, passwords, short words, 27,000 positions. Let's remove it for now. Here you've got payload processing options. So, for example, you can choose to modify the case to uppercase, and then all of those words in this payload list will be changed for uppercase. So as you see, it's very configurable. Okay, and we can start the attack. It's finished. And now the question is what we can do with such outcome. The first method is to sort it by length. And as you see, in most cases, the size of length is the same, but this is not what we are looking for. Here, it's also not what we are looking for, internal server error. But here we can see the different size of length, and those are successful. But it's not always such clear and easy to do it by length. So you can also use grep options. For example, if you know that there is some expression in the outcome, in the response which you are looking for, here are some default expressions which can be interesting in the response. But in our case, we know that after successful challenge completeness, we have the statement that lesson completed is true. So we can look for such true statement. And let's start attack again. As you see, the new column has been added. But when we sort it, we've got our successful responses. There is also some more advanced grep option where you can highlight the part of the response which is interesting for you. And let's try this method. And again, we've got the new column here. We can sort it. And we can clearly see where this highlighted part of response is true. Some other options here. This was mentioned in repeater. Here we have some request engine settings like number of retries of network failure or throttle. So for example, when we provide here 1000 milliseconds, every request will be sent in 1 second time distance. Attack results, here interesting one that you can use the denial of service mode. Some more grep options, and this one was already mentioned in a repeater. Okay, and for you as a test will be again SQL injection module like in previous video, this challenge, but this time you can use a payload fuzzing SQL injection and automatically find the proper input and send me the screenshot that the lesson was successfully completed in Intruder. Thank you.